Hi, it's Tyrone here. Welcome to another weekly market analysis. Hope you all had a very good trading year. This account hasn't had no winner yet. Early days, it's only 3 months into the first 2018 year, and I might have to put some money in this account because it's getting a little bit on the low side. It's a £48 from 100. Bearing in mind I am risking nearly 5% per trade. If this would be 1%, which I can't do because it's the smallest lot size, I would have lost probably about $12 or so, $10 or $12. So when I catch a winner, it should bounce up, but we'll see. I might just add another 100 in. Again, we know then it's had a total of 200, and we can see at the end of the year. You can always check back in a 6 months time, see how it's getting on. Every week it's going to be documented. Right, Aussie CAD, we're in a range. Very nice range here. Probably going to short in this area if it gets back up there. I will look for confirmation, I'll be honest, on a 240 minute in these areas now, because this isn't the ideal probability range pattern. I'll come on to the next one, that is it's Aussie Swiss. When we make a pivot low and we come up and don't take out the high, but get extremely close to it, you know, in a wick, then there's a high probability of 50-50 really of this working. And so I'm going to also increase my position, not position, but the actual pip size. Rather than 50, I'm maybe having 70 or 80 pips, sometimes 60, because I might miss entry on some you know, I don't want to miss entry. Basically, I've had quite a few losses, and luckily they were already good setups, but I only lost 50 pips, not 60 or 70. But I'm going to increase it because I don't want to miss any winning trades. So this is the range one that I'm going to play only for that pattern. This is the only one I'll add into it when I obviously just about reach the high. Then I'll have a set and forget, because there's a high probability of that working. Aussie yen, range bound, but if you look at the supply and demand, this is why I've highlighted this area, it is down. We've taken out this pivot low. I'm following that. The price is down, ordered here to short. Nice weekly level right here. What I'm waiting for though to take this weekly level is just to close below these. You see these open and closed candles here? Just want to see a close below, okay? Not an open, but a close below. So next week I'm waiting for this to close. I'm not really going to trade this until that happens, just to make sure that this doesn't just range here now for the next few months. Aussie dollar in an uptrend, as we can see, not just by the trend line, but by the close above here. Now we haven't got a close again, it's just a spike above here, so this isn't a high probability necessarily to go long here based on the range pattern, and also I haven't got a close above to use it as a trend pattern, but it is a range. Looking at going into range bound market, this level could hold, but it's attacking this trend line when we reach these lows. It could be a breakout to the short side. So there is no monthly direction at the moment except range bound. It's a pattern trade I'm looking at here that it could break, so I can't do nothing on that at all. I'm just gonna have to leave that alone and see what happens over the next month or two, 3, etc. Big range bound. I've already made profits on another account of mine on this. This is the sort of things that I trade when you've got these extreme wicks like this. Supply and demand is extremely out of balance, and after it's been here for so long, then I will play them. It's just one of the things that I do. Again, I'm not even going to talk about it to confuse people, but not in this strategy, but I have certainly made money on those ranges. Again, you know, big uptrend. Having said that, the supply and demand here, this was demand, we closed above, and now we've closed below. So I've got a very nice supply level that I need to put an order into short. I'll do that later. I've got a nice supply level here on the weekly. This is definitely a close. I've already looked at that. The close is 8445 and the low is 8447. So this is closed inside this candle, which is great weekly level. So nice order to short there. Not really much I really want to do this low down on the daily, okay, because this is still, if we look at the way from here, this sort of move, this timing is range bound. If you had Bollinger Bands on here, it'd almost be expanding here and here, showing you that it could be range bound. I'm not going to talk about that. Bollinger Bands, another subject altogether, not for me anymore. I like to read what price is doing. So I really want to get some close below here, and then I think we're in for a breakout, which is great to jump on the smaller time frame. 240 I'm keeping a close eye on. This is the extreme of that weekly level right here. There is a bit of a daily level here, but like I said, I'm going to hold off till we close below. Okay, we need to see really if this pulls up now. I'm quite happy for that to have a crack at taking this out. Swiss yen, we have taken this and closed below on this monthly. This is a proper level, so I can short up here. I'll put that in a bit later because we've got, actually we could spike up this month. I'd better put that in now. See, I won't put it in because what's going to happen is these are going to get cancelled. I've got it because of the margin. You know, when you enter a trade, and obviously it's such a small account, so I might end up getting cancelled. So I won't put any of the big monthly, but we'll watch it. If price rallies up here, I'll be looking for an entry. This is a daily level right here, so I'm looking at this potentially breaking out. This would be the area if it retraces to get in for a push down for a breakout. So I'm going to look at that and see what happens this week. Euro Aussie uptrend, look at that, perfect textbook pull back up, nice level here. We've got a fantastic level on the weekly here, also a weekly / daily. So I'm looking for longs. Euro CAD uptrend, look at these wicks though, but if we put a line with the nearest area of closes, we've already closed above, and by doing that, pulling back into this level would have been an entry for long if you had a wide enough pip size for entry. So I'm going with that market direction now, which is up, nice weekly level, and also a daily level a bit higher. So I've got two orders there. Euro Swiss, that is a counter trend, not worried about that. Euro Pound, not much going on there. Euro Yen, down, got a short up here, a short in this area, which is a daily. It's almost like a between a daily and a weekly, but I'm going to take this one. This would be probably another one, but this is the one I'm going to take because it is in sync, and I'm going to keep it very simple for this strategy. Again, uptrend rolling over. We need to close above on the weekly or even the daily to get on board. Euro dollar, there is a level here on the monthly, but we're in an uptrend, not worried about any levels above because they get taken out anyway if you're going with the market direction. So it's uptrend, decent level down here to take, waiting for a weekly, but this daily level, if we close above this week, could be today, tomorrow, next day, without basing obviously, push up and close, then I'm going to put an order on here to go long. Let's get rid of that for the range. Pound yen, there we go, another close below. All these little rally base sort of rally, this is really the level. So this will be a short up here. We've got a lovely weekly level short. I've got a nice daily again, another double one to short pound dollar in the extreme of the monthly. I'm just waiting for the daily to get in sync to get on board that, because the weekly isn't. New Zealand dollar, expanded range, don't want to talk about that. Dollar CAD, now this is interesting because I was looking at this potentially, you know, already rolling over and moving down, but what's happened, it's decided to take this candle, so it's a bit of a pattern here you can see developing on the weekly. So if we expand this out, this is more pattern trading now. Look at it's almost quite fast moved up here, flag type formation, or potentially, like I said, a bigger pattern. Let's draw it like this. That was that, it broke, and now this is happening. So, you know, there could be a breakout to the down or to the upside in the near future. So I'm watching that carefully now because that's starting to change. Need a close below this pivot low now to get back in sync with a downtrend, or close above this pivot high, and now it'd be an uptrend. okay, attacking this area. So I've got to watch very carefully. If the weekly closes above, I'll be starting to look for longs. There might be a little bit of profit margin to here and potentially a breakout, so I'll already be in it. So we'll see what happens, because the monthly hasn't actually given us anything really, so I've got to be a bit careful. Dollar Swiss should be rolling over, looking at that to potentially drop now, and it might be a drop base drop. We've got a level up here that's been cancelled. If it does push all the way up, this will be the area. Need to increase that pip size though. So I'm looking for daily level. This could be a daily level of supply if we close below this area for a pullback for an entry. Dollar yen, market's already moving. Could have an order up here, by the way, later. I won't put it in right now. I've got a weekly level and I've got a daily level. And the reason this is a daily level, not because we closed below this pivot, but this pivot point here. Okay, dropped, pivot, rallied, dropped. So now we've closed below, order to short, and that's pretty much it for this week. So I've got through that quite quick, been quite busy. Just want to stick to the rules. I hope you all have a safe and wonderful trading week, year, and I will catch you next week. Take care.